What's going on, awesome people? There's a saying in Farsi that says Delam pore, which essentially translates to my heart is full, but it's a little bit of different type of Delam pore or heart is full that people usually think of when they say my heart is full. My heart is full is usually, it's just so full of happiness. For the Farsi version of it, however, Delam pore means that I just have like a lot of my heart, and usually it's followed with wanting to just get it all out of your system. So like if you're just rambling, if you're just like blah 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 blah, blah and you're like, hey, I'm sorry, Delam pore, my heart's full, like I'm just trying to get shit out. But Delam pore is essentially what's going on with me. I have so much on my heart, on my mind, and I just want to continue this documentation of the loss of my father because, well, for anyone that has known me for long enough time, I've always been somebody that wears my heart on my sleeve, and for whatever reason, I need to get things out, because if I don't and I bottle up inside, then I don't even know what happens. Actually, I do know what happens. Right now is what happens. I will eventually need to let it all out. And I just want to kind of share that now that we're about 5 days out from my dad passing and 2 days out from a really incredible, memorable, magical celebration of love that we hosted for my dad in our Bahçe, which was really just something incredible. And I'm so glad that we were able to do something that was full of beauty, full of love, full of music, full of dancing, and just with a lot of kindness and family. That now that it's like a couple days from that, and now that some of the family that have been here, a couple of the friends that have been visiting, that they're leaving, it's really starting to kind of sink in. It's been amazing having the close family and friends here. It's been having all the outpouring of support via text, phone, everything. But there's a new reality now, and so just trying to come to grips with it. And I just want to share, where I'm at, because honestly, just because I always hope that the only thing that gets accomplished is that in some shape or form, one person says, Iman, this was necessary for me as I'm going through this. Hey, Iman, this was necessary because of that. It's my way of helping myself, and it's my way of hoping that I'm of value to somebody in the world. Because I just genuinely feel that humans in general want to be of value to the world. And I feel like we all should be of value to the world, making our mess our message, sharing from our experiences, sharing our failures. What's the point of just sharing you having a great time and your jewelry, your money, your whatever? I don't, to a certain degree it's cute, but I just don't see what kind of value it brings to anybody, other than you just want to project that you're showing off something. So I kind of like to share personal stuff, sometimes sad stuff, share my failures, because I'm like, okay, well, if I went through that failure, if I screwed up in business like that, if I broke my heart, then what am I going to do with it? Am I just going to wallow in it? I'm just going to keep it all inside and be angry and be sad and be frustrated, or am I going to at least put that out there so maybe somebody else can avoid the same mistakes, or somebody can perhaps use my experience as some type of blueprint when they're going through it. But all I can tell you is that when you're in that stage, and I'm sure everybody's in it, when you're in that stage where things are just overwhelming, when your heart is just overflowing with sadness, pain, frustration, the one thing that will for sure help, if not just baby step help, is by getting it out. You might feel more comfortable getting it out to your best friend. You might feel more comfortable getting it out to a stranger. You might feel more comfortable doing what I do, which is just putting it all out on blast. I've been very comfortable for many, many years to be able to get everything out to whoever and everybody. I never cared about people's opinions, so for me, it's like I put it out in the universe, and for the right people, it will touch them, and for the wrong people, it won't, and it's all good. So, I guess the point of today's video, ladies and gentlemen, is when your dil is poor, just make sure that you take care of your heart. Make sure that you give it the attention, the love, the care that it deserves. And the attention and the love and the care that it deserves is, first of all, acknowledging it, recognizing it, being kind to it, feeding it whatever type of nutrients that you need. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's walking, maybe it's talking, maybe it's writing, maybe it's doing sports, maybe playing a game. I don't know what it is. Everybody is different. And as it pertains to grief, everybody's different. There is no right or wrong way. Nobody has the right to tell you how to handle it. And actually, let me end on one note. I think this is very important. It pissed me off yesterday. It pissed off my sister yesterday. And I'm sure we're not the first or last people that have gone through this. And I really say this with utmost respect. So, as soon as it was announced that my father passed away, we got an outpouring of text messages, phone calls, everything. I mean, just as you expect. And I felt in the very beginning that I wasn't able to pick up the phone on like some of my best friends. And it was a combination of, I could have been just, working on something or on another phone call, or frankly, I just wasn't ready to have that phone call with some of my best friends. I'll be very honest. Because when it's somebody that you kind of know and they give condolences, yes, you're appreciative and you are upset. But if it's like a best friend of 15, 20 years and you've had memories with them and you've gone on trips with that person and your parents, and they have incredible memories, that it just kind of brings back so much. And you can only do that so many times in a 1 day period, 2 day period, 3 day period. So there's a whole wave of certain individuals that are really near and dear, that some of them you might just not want to pick up the phone because it's just so hard. So if anything, I think it's a sign of respect to that individual. It's a love, and that individual, they don't expect a phone call immediately. I don't think anybody should expect a response to a phone call or even a text or a message or a comment immediately. Frankly, I don't think ever, because we might not revisit all of these things down the road. And I actually have been trying my best to respond to every single message, to be honest with you, because I'm just that type of person. Like, you're never going to call me and I don't call back. You're never going to message me or text me and I'm not going to respond back. If I do, I truly forgot. And so, even so, for what's been happening, I really have been doing my best to respond to as many text messages, comments, direct messages, whatever it may be, emails. Because I appreciate that about it. But I don't blame anybody who doesn't ever respond, because some people just don't want to revisit that. And you have to be able to respect that. Now, what pissed me off is that there is this family friend who left a voicemail for me, left a voicemail for my sister, and has gone and essentially reached out to certain people in my family, not just saying, hey, I just want to make sure that Iman and Sogo receive voicemail, but almost as if like I left a voicemail, they have not responded yet. And it's just such a selfish, self-serving thing to be doing, to basically contact somebody and give condolences only with the expectation that they should have been calling me back in a certain time frame or something. So anyways, I'm just sharing that because it just pissed me off so much, and as part of this Delam pore episode here, I just wanted to kind of share that and just say, please do not ever make anybody who's grieving feel that they're supposed to call you back at a certain time. It's just like, it's at no level is it appropriate. If you're very close with them, then you should know better. If you're not close with them, then come on. And this person was certainly not close to me. And so for me, it was just a moment where it did nothing but just upset us. And it's unnecessary. So I don't know, maybe I'm just super sensitive this time of my life right now. But I just think that people who do things for themselves, they really need to work on themselves. You know, if you want to do something, if you want to be kind to somebody, if you want to do something good for whoever, do it for yourself first. My sister always would say that. You know, my sister is such a kind, loving, incredible person. Not once does she do anything in the expectation of she's going to give something in return. She does everything from the heart. And so it actually upset me that she was upset about this. So I wanted to vent about this to all of you. Anyways, I continue to give my thanks to everybody who's been sending messages and reaching out and checking in. I truly love you all, and I hope that these videos are somewhat helpful to at least a handful of you that may be going through the same thing right now too. Sending you guys nothing but love, and just know that I am slowly but surely getting back to work. To honor my father, I'm going to be continuing going to the Modern Talking Tour. That's going to be happening next month. And just ready to be a part of your events and your weddings and providing great entertainment for our team. My team has been sitting on the sidelines just waiting for me to get back on the field, and I'm there. I'm ready to get back on the field. Awesome People podcast is going to continue. We're dropping a new podcast for Exclusive Entertainment called The Drop-In, where we're going to be talking about events and weddings. And I'm going to continue to help couples who are in love, who want to celebrate their love with their loved ones, make sure that they have an incredible wedding day. So I just can't wait to be out there and celebrating you, celebrating your special occasion, celebrating life, being there for you when you have loved ones passing. I just had a friend of mine whose father passed away on the same day as me, and you know, she's planning the services, and I know how hard it is to plan these services. We just planned this whole service in 72 hours, but we have experience doing events and live streams and photography and videography. My sister has experience doing events, and it was difficult for us, but that's what we do. And I want to make sure that if any of you all are in a time of grief and you want to document this and you want some help to put on something that will honor your loved one, it would be my pleasure. It would be my honor to help out with that stuff. So even though our special is weddings, our job is to honor people with great production, great entertainment, and capturing the moments via photo and video and now live stream. We had several hundred people that watched the live stream, and we were able to have them be present during our grief, you know, and it was very important for some of our family members outside of Miami, from Iran to England to across the world, and I'm glad that I was able to have them a part of it. So these are the things that we can help out with. Sorry for the long video. If you made it this far, I really, really appreciate you. I love you. Bye-bye.